The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is Treasury Wine Estates, holding its AGM today and has just withdrawn its earnings guidance over the first quarter of FY26. The company said shipments to China and the United States were negatively affected by depletion trends and distribution disruptions. As a result, Treasury saying it's no longer appropriate to retain its Chinese exporter Penfold guidance of low to mid double-digit EBITS growth for FY26. Its modest earnings growth for Treasury Americas has also been withdrawn due to ongoing negotiations with a local distributor. That said, though, the share price is up 3% today. But Grady, overall, it's interesting. Like this company, it obviously struggled through COVID, given it all collapsed in China for it. Then post-COVID, it was a strong recovery. Now that's all sort of unwound again.
It is, definitely. I'd avoid this stock. I love the wine, don't get me wrong, but there's just too many external factors that have influence over how the earnings potential is going to go for a company like this. Like, unfortunately, the tariff imposition that China held over a company like this for so long, they've just wound that back, but then China's sales are falling. So again, you've got this Chinese element and Chinese exposure to the company that really determines how you're going to go. And when you're withdrawing forecast, I'm really surprised that the share price is up today, but investors may have been expecting something worse. So the fact that they've just withdrawn guidance, not reduced guidance, maybe that's what investors are welcoming. But in the DAOU department or their division has been decelerating. It's clear deceleration, down from 6% in the last period and 12% in the prior period from that. We've got the Frank family brand still declining. We've got growth, limited upside growth potential, weak sales. We've also got the sentiment in around wine drinking at the moment. Like as we were speaking before the show, the younger generations just don't drink anymore. So
no appreciation whatsoever.
No appreciation for a fine wine. And so I can't wait for a fine wine when I'm not pregnant. But we're just seeing that at the moment. The company even saying themselves that China sales will fall well below previous expectations. That kind of signals that it's not a great outlook there. So it's a tough environment, too many external factors I would probably avoid.
How?
But I drink the wine.
Yeah, I'm not enthused about the company like the wine as well. But there's an added problem that they've got too. Since these coravins have been invented where you can tap out one glass at a time without the wine going off and you can keep it for months, you go to a restaurant now and you see all sorts of people buying wine by the glass. Each table used to buy a bottle. Now they have between 2 tables or 3 tables a bottle, and at home I would look at all these nice wines and think, oh, I don't want to open that. I'll have to wait until there's more of us around so that we can really enjoy drinking it.
Goodness, life's difficult decisions, Hal.
I know.
Yeah, and then occasionally I would open a really good bottle and then feel upset that I wasted half of it. Now I have one glass. So the one bottle lasts me half a dozen times, maybe even a little bit more than half a dozen times, of when we're going to have that meal. Now, that's not good for Treasury Wine Estates. So A, there's less drinking. B, there's less opening of so many bottles because you can use the same bottle for a lot longer. It's always had return on equity less than 10%, which means it's never passed our filters in Teaminvest anyway. So while I'm pretty sure most of our Teaminvest members, in fact, one year it did pass our filters, sorry. Most Teaminvest members probably enjoy the product, but don't own the shares and would be highly unlikely to own the shares. And I'm in the same category. I hope they do well and produce good wine.
Keep the wines coming.
But I don't want to own the shares.
All right, that's a double avoid then. Bottom line, don't touch the wine if you're an investor. That's our stock of the day, Treasury Wine Estate.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.